Hello, I'm Certified Moth. Thank you for stopping into my video, and today I'm doing another sketchbook tour. This one is my 20th sketchbook. It is the Moleskine art sketchbook. They're one of my favorites. I like to use them. And yeah, let's just start with the stickers. So, this and this one were from an antiquarian sticker book I have. This is from my brother's grad. I got this at a store in my town. This is covering up a sticker I later found out was AI generated, but this one is from a t-shirt I got from Spencer's. This is one of my stickers for my Redbubble. Another one of mine. Another one from my Antiquarian sticker book. Some Vocaloid stickers. Pusheen sticker. Another one from a store in my town, and then this one is by, it's by Robinot, the tomato cat, and then this Splatoon one is by That's So. So yeah. So this first little opening little bit, I have the things that came with my my tripod that I'm using right now, and then this is, as well as these, they're little bug paper things that I got at the dollar store. I like them, they're fun to decorate with. And then there's my sketchbook goals. So my goals for this one were to do more mixed media works, more collaging and collecting, to work on my looseness, to draw from life, to draw scenes and objects, to make colored and finished pages, and to experiment, and then to have fun. I think I did a fair job of completing all these. I don't know, you tell me. This is my opening page. It was a self-portrait that I did with acrylic paints. As you can see, they kind of ended up sticking together, so I have to keep this piece of paper in between, but yeah, so my 20th sketchbook. I really like the lettering here and these little blue bits in the background. I was working on it from May 9th, 2024 to July 18th, 2024, so like a little over 2 months. Not too bad. I felt like I was working on this forever. It was driving me crazy. I wasn't having fun near the end of this sketchbook, if I'm being honest, but yeah. So yeah, a little self-portrait. I got my likeness pretty well. There's definitely something a little bit off with it. There's something wrong with the eyes, like the angle of them is off or something. But I worked on this in my starting my new sketchbook video, so yeah. This was probably some of my favorite stuff I did in this sketchbook. I was doing some interesting mixed media work, so I had this one of those political pamphlets they mail you, and I cut it up. And this one, I just completely colored over her face, made her an alien, and made her saying Gorp. This one, I just drew anime eyes over them and put the words, "We need to put a stop to family farms," and then, "Your thoughts could redeem our future." I like that one as well. I love this one. This one's probably my favorite of the bunch. Wizards Fuck. God, I love that one so much. It's so... And I think that was the most popular of them as well. This one's my other favorite. We Love Sludge. And I just do slime all over them. I don't know, I just think it's fun. And then I did some more of those cutting out words and sticking them together. Some of my favorites were, in my view, the cost of living crisis is great. I hope to see you banking. We should harness small Albertans. Yeah. I don't know, I thought that was fun. I had a lot of fun doing those. I should do it more often, honestly. Oh boy. This page is very sticky, but it is a Splatoon fan art page. This is Kohozuna. I was playing so much Salmon Run at the time. Oh my god, I love this page so much. Like, that drawing. Okay, the bottom's kind of bad, but like, the textures in the stomach here of like I used oil pastel and I used Posca. I think I used a paintbrush. I used pencil crayons. Oh, I absolutely adore this. I used some watercolors in the background, and then this is a cut up paint swatch thing for the, like, when you go to a, what do you call it, a hardware store? Yeah. I beat him for the first time. Very happy. I love this one so much. Honestly, I think that's probably one of the best things I've ever drawn. And that's what got me really into mixed media. In this sketchbook, I really discovered what I think is more my personal art style, or at least my mixed media style. I'd never really explored mixed media too much before this, but now I've gotten really into it. This is a Miku page. I drew regular Miku and then hijabi Miku. Love that. And then, oh yeah, long hair Miku. Love that one too. I picked up crocheting. I've been doing a lot of crocheting lately. And I ordered some yarn from Hobby. And it came with a little candy, which I thought was so cute. And then this was one of the yarns I got. It was 60% bamboo, 40% cotton. I'd like to work more with bamboo in the future, but the stuff I got was too fine for my preference, so yeah. This one I was playing around with some stamps that I thrifted, and then in the background I wrote the lyrics to Rio Grande by the Oh Hellos. I love that song. Go listen to the Oh Hellos, they're so cool. Yeah, fun. These were little short face studies. I didn't write down how long I spent on them, but not too long. A lot of them you can tell they were warm-ups. I think this one is really nice. I quite like this one. Something about this one I like, but yeah, I feel kind of mad about most of them. And this page, same thing. I really like these two. And I think something about this I like, but yeah, again, it's just a lot of drawings that I did kind of fast and I wasn't trying to work too hard on. This. So my friend got back into My Hero Academia, which means I inevitably got back into My Hero Academia. So we made Fanosies. Her name is Hoshiko Arakawa, if that's how you pronounce it. I actually don't know. But her quirk is like, it's like opposite of empathy. She can project her own emotions onto other people, and she experiences her emotions really strongly. I thought that would be a cool, interesting idea, but I love her so much. I love this design. Like, I struggle a lot with hero designs and clothing in general, but something about this, I love it so much. She's cute. That's Louie. That's my friend's character. I love her. And they're in love. I like this one. Very cute, these little doodles. If you don't draw your OCs fondling each other, what are you doing? And then this is a message I sent my friend. What do you think it means for our friendship that every time we make OCs, they're lesbians madly in love? Yeah, it's happened before, it's going to happen again. Here's more of Louie. I love her so much. She's so cute. More Hoshiko. I love her. Yeah, I love them. I need to draw them more. This was a little zine from a presentation from art school. I didn't make this zine, but part of the assignments was that we had to make a zine, and so I stuck in one of the zines someone made on Yoko Ono in here. Yeah. I honestly think Yoko Ono is kind of cool. I know she has kind of a bad rep in, like, just in general, but I think she's cool. Oh boy. Oh, it didn't stick together this time. Last time I tried to open this, this all happened. I used fabric paint on a paint swatch thing and then Sharpies. So it's like fishies, there's a dinosaur. I like this dinosaur quite a bit, actually. And then some teeth that are smiling. Yeah, I really wish this hadn't done this because I thought this looked really interesting. And this was just some planning for a ceramics thing I was working on. Actually, I have a piece for this. I'll grab it. So I was making this for my dorm next year, because who doesn't want a spoon holder that has pictures of naked ladies on it? I love this. I really wish it hadn't cracked, but you know, it is what it is. I still really like the drawings on it. I think they turned out really fun, and I love the way the underglaze got a little bit see-through. I love that. Yeah. Next up, this was the Splatfest, the End of the World Splatfest. I was on team same ol', and I'm sure nobody cares about my explanation, but I was just thinking, like, at the end of the world, probably everyone is gonna be trying to like fill out their bucket lists or like do things. And like, I don't want my last moments to be surrounded with a bunch of upset people. I just want to be with like people I care about and be at home. So that's why I chose Team Same Ol, even though, you know, in the perfect world maybe bucket list, but realistically I wouldn't like it. But I really hated this at the time, but now I think it's really fun. I love all this like background stuff and the colors. I think the little drawing is my least favorite part, but I like everything else. I got Strawberry Smarties. They weren't that good. Not worth it. I don't know who this is. These were some new pens I got. This is my character, Amaris. I love him. Ooh, I was course planning. I hated course planning. It took me like 2 or 3 days of working on it. It was just really hard. Like, I wasn't working on it constantly, but I was working on it enough that it was like, okay, I'm done with this. But I got all the courses I wanted, despite, like, against all odds. These were some hand studies. I actually really hated these at the time. I thought they were really bad, but I actually quite like them. Like, I thought this was horrible, and I think some of the fingers are the wrong sizes, but I think it ended up working quite well, and I think the little stylization I did of the knuckles worked quite nicely. Yeah, I don't feel negatively about any of these anymore. This one's kind of cringe, if I'm being honest. I was listening to the Interstellar, like, what do you call it? Discography? The music from Interstellar. And I think it's really cool. I like that music. It makes me feel very existential. So I was just like, we're all just hurtling towards obsolescence, aren't we? What's so scary about that? And then I misspelled obsolescence and I was like, okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with the caption on this, but it's just a bit emo, if I'm being honest, like a bit too edgy. But then the piece itself I quite like. I could have done it better, but I've never really tried much of this cutting things out and sticking them together before, so I think this is a pretty good attempt. I'd like to try it again, maybe at a larger scale or with more planning. This is just sort of like, I decided I was doing this and I didn't plan anything. I drew more Hoshiko. I love her, she's so sweet. I was trying to figure out her body type. I still struggle drawing larger body types, just like in movement. I feel like I can understand how fat sits on bodies, but as soon as you try to do anything with it, I get a little bit confused. There's just not many good references out there, I find. I need to draw from life more. This is an idea for a piece I had. It wouldn't end up being this emo, but the idea was me holding baby me's hand. So cute, I love it. But I think if I was gonna do this, actually, I would either do us from the back or have me smiling down at her. I don't know, this feels very emo, like, I don't want to look back at my past and be all sad. That's not what I'm about. But yeah, I think this is an interesting painting idea for next year of art school. Yay! More Hoshiko and Louis. I covered up this one because I thought it looked bad and ugly, but I like the legs and I like the arms. And this Louis I quite like, she's very cute. Although I have a hard time with boobs in general, I don't know. Some people, the way they sit on the chest confuses me. Then I was trying to draw some Asian faces from reference. I think Louis is supposed to be Korean? Or is it Chinese? I think it might be Korean, but I don't remember. It's been a while. So whatever it was, I looked up references of that ethnicity's eyes. I really love these eyes. And then I did one of her face, and then I did one of Hoshiko, and she's just Japanese. I love her so much. Oh, I drew these at my brother's graduation. Yeah, I drew some of the people in front of me. It wasn't that long of a graduation, but like, I don't like ceremonies that much. I mean, congrats to my brother, but I was not a happy camper. Actually, I was drawing, I was fine with that. Then I drew this lady. I'm so proud of this. And my mom was like, oh my gosh, you should like tear out the page and go give it to her. And I'm like, I would rather die. Like, I don't care if she would have ended up liking it. The chance that she'd be like, why were you drawing me? Plus, I liked it enough that I wanted to keep it for myself. Plus, some people don't understand sketching. Like my grandma one time didn't understand these lines are sketches. She was just like, why is there all those like lines in there? And I was like, I don't know how to explain this to you. And I don't know, just the chance that I would give this to someone who didn't appreciate art. I don't know. That's what I looked like. I was wearing a dress and my hair was a little bit straightened. Whoa. Then the caption is, world's most overstimulated man ever. Yeah, when the ceremony was over, nobody waited for the grads to walk off before getting up. Everyone got up and then immediately clogged up all the hallways. And I was stuck for like 15 minutes walking through this clogged hallway, even after I'd pointed out the way to get out to my parents, and they were like, no, let's just keep going. And then I was miserable the rest of the day, and everyone was like, wow, you're just in like such a bad mood today, Elaine. And I was like, I was doing fine until you made me walk through this busy ass hallway. I was freaking out. I'm not. This is a to-do list for ceramics. I wanted to make coasters, like a pot or pan holding plate, a watering can or jug, some sort of like holder for my dryer and flat iron, and then a paper towel holder. I made the coasters, and that's about it. Yeah. I don't know, I looked at these things and I was like, can I pull this off? Because I'm not that good at ceramics. More Hoshiko. I love her. Oh, ooh. More mixed media stuff. Yippee! Oh boy. Oh. I love when this happens. It's really fun and awesome. This was just a headline in the newspaper. Chainsaw wizards, and then wizards carve out place in Valley. Cause there's like these people who do chainsaw sculptures, and they call themselves chainsaw wizards. So I just found some other random people in the newspaper, cut them out, then made them wizards wielding chainsaws. I think that's really awesome. And then I didn't know what to do for the background. It kind of looks ugly, but I did some like rainbow clouds, hearts, and a sun with a face. And then I was like, this feels, I don't know. I wasn't loving it, so I wrote eat shit. Many such cases. I don't know. I think this is fun. I don't know if it's my favorite execution I've ever done, but what can you do? Oh my goodness. It's a Mars. I love him. He's so cutie. Cutie patootie. Mwah mwah mwah. This is my other OC, Joanne Voyle. I love them, but I never draw them. Yeah. I need to figure out their story more. It's kind of edgy, guys. Their story is kind of edgy. It's kind of something that like an edgy 14-year-old would come up with, but I think I can do it. I can pull it off. I'm like 19. That's definitely a lot more mature than yeah, maybe not for me. I'm probably not that much more mature than the average 14-year-old, but you know what? I deserve to have my edgy story. Then I think I was watching a video of some contemporary performance piece, and a bunch of people in the comments were like, this has to be a fetish for someone. And then I was just like, yeah, so what? Like, what is contemporary art if it's not just some random stranger's fetish fuel? And I think the sooner we all accept this, the better it is. Like, you're not going to be able to do anything in this world without somebody being weirdly into it, and I think we should all just accept that people are going to be into it, and like, that's fine. There's no need to freak out about it. I was feeling very Splatoon mood, so I was like, well, I should force my friend who doesn't play Splatoon and me to have Splatoon, what do you call it, idol sonas, except I didn't make my friend draw theirs, I just drew it for them. So at first I was thinking kind of like scene, like early 2000s inspired, but then I was like, I don't know. But I think that's my friend. I was trying to come up with unique hairstyles while still trying to follow the rules of Splatoon hairstyles, and I think this one, very cute, like the twist at the back. I love that so much. Then I was trying to come up with one for me, and it's like, it has like a side bang and then braid. I thought these turned out so well, the hairstyles. I don't know how I did that. Oh yeah, and then I decided to make us art themed. So one of us would have the ballpoint splatling and the other would have the ink brush nouveau. Very fun, very cute. That's the two of us. Except my friend made me change the pants because they didn't want skinny jeans, and I was like, you don't get it. You don't get my plans. You don't understand. And then I made our motif a star, and I called us Starkfish. I don't know, maybe that's dumb, but I thought it was cute. Then I named myself Perch. I thought that was also very cute. I love them so much. I haven't drawn them since, but I love them. I bought a swimsuit from Walmart. Very fun. My first ever bikini. I think it's cute. I think it's kind of fun. I was wearing socks for this and I decided to draw the socks in. Kind of nasty. And then in the background, I was playing some of like the connections puzzles and I just drew my results into the background. Fun. Oh boy, this was when the Splatoon obsession was getting a little bit intense. I went back and I replayed Octo Expansion. I finally finished it. I finished it June 5th. Wow, awesome. I would blame Splatoon for being the reason why this sketchbook took as long as it did, because for a while I wasn't drawing, I was just playing Splatoon. But yeah, her ass is not making it out of the deep sea metro, because I was failing this one test over and over again. Yeah. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, look at who that is. Very cute, very awesome. I love Agent 3. I love you, Pookie. Then I drew Marina, love her. And then I drew more Agent 8. She's probably my favorite Splatoon character. Yeah. Oh, and then I was playing Side Order. I still haven't finished it. I really tried, and then I got to the last palette, to 8's palette, and I was like, I don't think I can do this. And so I didn't. But the first time I cleared it was with Shiver's palette, and I was so excited because I'm usually terrible at the bows. But yeah, this drawing was cute. I think there's a nice flow in it. Yeah. Then I went back and I beat Splatoon 2 story mode. Actually, I beat that before. It was on June 3rd. But that's Agent 4 with the Rainmaker, and then that is the Great Zapfish. Aww, so cute. I kind of wish it didn't have the watercolor on it, but I was worried about the pencil marks smudging because it had a lot of shading with the pencil in it. Or cross-hatching, I guess. Then I beat Side Order with Fry's palette on June 7th. I beat it with one of the, I forget what these things are called, one of the new weapons, which I'm also usually terrible at, so I was again very proud. And yeah, I was planning on drawing all the weapons I completed it with, but then I completed it too many times, I got too good, and I fell behind, so yeah. But I did it with Big Man's palette, Sheldon's palette. I wrote, I feel so normal about Splatoon. That's true, so true. I love this drawing. I beat it with Agent 4's palette. I am obsessed with this drawing. Oh my gosh. The shapes in it. I love it. I think that was the last of those that I drew. Oopsies. Then I drew some items. I drew a hammer and a level and 2 bottles. And I think these turned out very cute. I was trying to do something where I wasn't doing realistic colors. I was trying to interpret the colors. So I did just, not Copics, they were Ohuhus in warm colors. And then I had a purple and a blue marker. I don't know what kind they were, but I did them over top. I really like this one, and I like the level. These two are whatever. I have a friend who is very good at watercolor. They do such cool watercolor. Mac, if you're watching this, I'm obsessed with you. So I was like, I should try that again. And then I did a little bit of underpainting and I was like, I'm kind of tired of waiting for this to dry. So I just like did some really big, like weird brush strokes that didn't really make sense. And then I outlined it with a purple watercolor once it was dry and then put it on this gold background. I ended up really liking this. It feels more me than a really finished piece would. Because I don't like finished watercolor pieces. At least for me, I don't like making them. They kind of make me sad. So this feels very much like my art. And that's just more me like finding my style in this sketchbook. This was some ideas for pieces I want to make. I wanted to make a series of pieces about like the expectations that were placed on me while I was in school and like yeah, how I didn't really live up to them even though by all means I did really well in school. Um yeah. Another concept that I didn't end up really liking. It was going to be about gender, but it was just kind of like that's kind of cliche, kind of boring. So, I'll come up with a better idea. I was feeling very art blocked. I'm still feeling art blocked from like this point until my current sketchbook. I felt so art blocked, but I was doing more face studies with a bit more time. I love these two. I think, especially him. Oh my gosh. And I think he really looks like the model, and I think he really has like the. Is this gonna sound weird? He looks racially accurate. Like it was I believe it was an Indian guy, and I think something about his face ended up making him look like actually the race he was. So yeah, maybe that sounds weird. I don't know. This is me begging, praying, crying on my knees because this was when I was doing course registration. As you can see by me just like screaming on this page. This is my planned courses. Wow, pretty cool, pretty awesome. I'm excited. But I didn't realize until I was signing up for my courses that I'm only allowed to sign up for like my major courses. I couldn't sign up for any of the stuff for like my minor, and I was freaking out because nobody told me that. I was just like, what do I do? When can I do this? And I didn't find out until like a week or two later when they sent out an email about it, and I was like, oh, I was freaking out. I thought I was for sure not going to get into the classes I needed, and I was so upset. Ooh, here's another one of my favorite pages. This is another one of these points where I really found an experimental mixed media style that I thought was fun. So I have this fabric that I painted when I was like, it must be like 4 or 5 years ago now. I don't know. But it's like a painted pillowcase. So then I stuck it in here with Mod Podge and crumpled it all up. And then I added oil pastel and then Sharpie. And I made it car themed. So there's a stoplight. I wrote, I am a good driver. I drew a car, a yield sign. I do not believe in playground zones. The check engine light with how written inside of it. I like that one. Stop sign, crossing signal, keys. And then I did not hit 8 pedestrians between the times of 8:30 and 10:47 a.m. on May 22nd, 2018 in Texas. It's true. True indeed. Yeah, I thought this was just a lot of fun. I love the colors and everything. I got a poke bowl. Fun. I love poke. Poke? I actually never know how to say it. I'm sorry, I'm just an uncultured white person. I can't help it. A ticket. I went to my friend's play that she's a part of. It was very fun. I loved it. She's probably watching. It was so good. I loved it so much. Then me and my other friend, the three of us had all gone thrifting that day, and then afterwards we dropped my friend off so she could get ready for her play, her musical. And then me and my other friend were just like sitting at a table drawing. So I drew my friend a couple times, and I drew the two of us. Aww, so cute. I really like this one. I don't know how much it looks like them, but I don't know, it's kind of close. Ish. It gets the vibe down. Maybe not really. I see where I was going with it. This, I need to make this like a sticker or something. I love contributing to the moral degeneration of society, and I love the lettering in this so much. I think it's very cute. Cat with long legs. I was drawing on these sticky notes at work. I work at a gift store next to a bar that has like a lot of bikers come through. So you can't really see what this is, but it is a motorbike. And then the guy left before I could finish, so that's kind of why it looks bad. And then this one is just some of the cupcakes we were selling for Father's Day. This turned out really good. Like the cupcakes, the plastic wrap around them, the ice cream freezer, the little background in green. I love it. 30-second figure studies. I'm not gonna touch on these for too long because I think this video has gotten very long already. I'm sorry. 5-minute ones. Yeah. A 10-minute one. I think this is pretty fun. Big fruit. I love this one. I just found some fruit pictures on Pinterest, and this was done all with Mr. Sketch and Crayola markers. And then I think I used I don't remember what I used. I used some sort of pen to do the outlines. But I thought this turned out so cute. All the colors and the way it was I let the markers really show their mark. The halfway done page, and as you might be able to tell, this was not the halfway done page. I just miscounted and I was like, hey, I'm halfway done. I was well over halfway done. I just didn't. I was a little bit dumb. But I really like the lettering on this. This was again where I was working on my lettering, and in this one I used my Crayola markers, and then I also used some pencil crayons to just color in and add some cross hatching. I love this so much. I don't know why. Then I went to a cafe in my town and I drew some of the stuff I could see. I drew a car, an umbrella, and then the light post and some lights hanging off it. Yeah. Oh, actually, this one, I absolutely hated it at first. I thought it was so bad. I did it with a brush pen, and then I think it might have been my Crayola markers again, but I ended up really loving this. I think there's just got a really fun energy to it. Maybe it's not that accurate to the reference I was looking at, and maybe there's I could have done some of the atmosphere effect a bit better, I think, if I'd add more blue in the background, but either way, I think a lot of this loose brushwork ended up working very interestingly in it. This is another one of my favorite pieces and another spot where I was really finding my mixed media style. So, I've been playing a lot of Roblox lately, as one does, and I was watching two people message, and so I wrote them. Today I watched two people sext on Roblox. They were doing it through emojis and through using the censored text as a way to show they were saying something inappropriate. It was actually hilarious seeing people do it. Where I happened to be seeing this was on the Ed Sheeran toe obby. So I drew Ed Sheeran in the background. This was just such an experience. So yeah, I drew the Roblox noob. I drew some of the emojis they were sending each other. I love Roblox. Yep. These little messages, I thought it was kind of fun. I did them in a removable clear sticky note, so they kind of lift up and they're their own thing. Yeah, this was just a really surreal experience, and I thought I had to show somehow in my sketchbook. So this is very fun. This is a character I came up with. Eventually I'd like to see him as a video game character, but I don't really know how to make video games. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to make it sort of a horror, a psychological horror, if that makes sense. I'm not good at horror, so I don't know if I'd have the skills to pull it off, but he's cute. I love him. He's just a little cat. And then this was an idea I had for I don't even think I can explain it, but as the beats play, the things change color in the world. I'm thinking of making a full piece inspired by that, but yeah. This is another just random idea I had that I made a full piece out of that I thought was really fun. So I came up with the idea of a Twitch streamer who streams exclusively tornado-themed games. I think it's so dumb, but the idea of it makes me laugh so much. So yeah, just everyone is named Tornado and Twister themed names. She has quite a lot of subs, and she's playing Roblox Tornado Simulator. Can we get some tornadoes in chat? Yeah. I don't know, something about this just feels so stupid that I love it so much. Also, my hand died. I did all this background stuff with a mechanical pencil. Ow. More of a little character. I love him so much. Yeah. I actually really like the layout of this page with the little doodles in the background. And this was a fortune I got in a fortune cookie. You have a basic need for solitude some of the time. And I told my family and they all laughed and they were like, some of the time. And I was like, okay, okay. I went to a wedding reception. Very fun. I drew the flowers on our table. I ended up really loving this. I love drawing on sticky notes. But I did this with pencil crayon and then a gel pen and then one of my favorite, it's not a brush pen, but it's a calligraphy pen. And then my mom drew this. It's a drawing of my dad because I found a random hairnet, like a wig cap, in my pocket, and I gave it to my dad, and he put it on his head while we were like out on the dance floor, and I was so embarrassed, but my mom ended up drawing it, and so I wrote The Devious Hairnet. And then these are the lyrics to Love Me Anyway by Chapel Roan. More drawing from life. I was house sitting, so I was in the city at a city cafe. Whoa. So I drew a lady, I drew my cup. It looks kind of dumb until you realize what's happening, like you can sort of see my fingers through the plastic. Then I drew a shelf. Then this, my aunt ordered me a meal prep kit. It was fish tacos. Yum, it was delicious. And I got a coloring book with some stickers that's based on is it the Spiderwick Chronicles? I don't know, that one about like all the magical creatures in the old house. I used to be obsessed with that movie. So I colored this and I cut it out, I stuck it in, and then I took some of the stickers and I put them in too. Oh my goodness. I was getting really into Petscop. Petscop is really neat. I love Petscop. So I drew Care. She's my Pookie. I love Petscop. Go watch Petscop. I was drawing from life in the mall. I was trying to draw people before they walked away, which was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I've forgotten about this. So, context. This is End of Evangelion fan art. So Shinji and Rei's sort of, it's not really a monologue because they're talking to each other, but it's sort of monologue-esque. Their conversation. So I love that conversation, so I made a bunch of drawings inspired by it. Like this entire part of the sketchbook is just that. So I guess I'll read it out, but it'll be kind of cringe. No one understands me. You never understood anything. So I wanted to make like their faces, but like sort of at different levels. Like they're not agreeing with each other, but it still gives you the vibe that they're like maybe looking at each other. I thought this was supposed to be a world without pain and without uncertainty. That's because you thought that everyone else felt the same as you do. So I kind of did this unintentionally at first, but it worked out a lot where Shinji's are very they're a lot more frantic and not quite as composed, whereas Rei's are very solid and like calmer. Yeah. I thought that was interesting, but I love this one a lot. Something about it is very satisfying to me. You betrayed me, you betrayed my feelings, you misunderstood from the very beginning, you just believed what you wanted to believe. Another one where I sort of tried to contrast their emotions in it. Again, Shinji's is like close up, kind of frantic, and hers is like very much out in the background, very calm, very like horizontal. Except for I guess this is vertical, but whatever. um, Nobody wants me, so they can all just die. Then what is your I wrote what twice. How did I not notice this till now? Then what is your hand for? Oh my god. How did I not notice this until now? Because I had to sketch this and then color it. Sorry. So yeah, again, Shinji's is very like frantic, crossing, like going, it's expanding outwards. And then Rei's is kind of flowing. And then I put Shinji's hand in there. The style is changing a lot throughout this. Nobody cares whether I live or die. Nothing will change, so they can all just die. Then what is your heart for? So this is another one sort of similar to the beginning where they were at like different levels, but the sort of same idea. Yeah. I really love this one a lot, like the spread. It would be better if I never existed. I should just die too. then why are you here? This was, I think, like, throughout the thing, they were sort of coming to more of, like, they're sort of meeting each other in terms of energy. Shinji's is becoming, like, more calm. But his is still, like, I don't know, very floaty. Hers is a bit more ground. I'm just saying words. I don't know. I was, like, feeling a bit silly while I was making this. Then, is it okay for me to be here? Then silence. Wow. I don't really like this last one, but I do quite like the ... with, like, just the brushstrokes in the background. Yeah, I've been yapping about this. I don't really know what I was saying. I was saying words. Yeah, I think a lot of these are very fun, especially like this one. I like this one a lot. Love the spread. Yeah. It was a fun experiment to try and make like a longer series of sketchbook pages all with one idea. And it really encouraged me to like think about how to make them similar but different. Yeah, and how to make them blend together in a way that I thought worked. I went to the Calgary Stampede. My friend was going. I hate the Calgary Stampede. It's so busy. Like, I've only been once in my life, even though I live really close to it. But, so yeah. I drew some people. Somebody in a cowboy hat. Wow. Somebody in a cowboy hat. Never seen that one before. That's me, feeling very overstimulated, wearing my Master Bader shirt. Then I drew this. It looked ugly, so I drew it again. Still looks ugly. Doesn't really look like me, but whatever. At one of the things, I got a card with my face on it. Wow. I was very shiny that day. And some of my ride tickets. God, the rides were expensive. It actually, like, pisses me off how expensive they are. This is Clara. I love Clara. She's so cute. This was an outfit from a time where I was really trying to do something sort of out of my comfort zone, which is like those really impractical kind of, what do you call it? What I'm about to say is like rude. I don't want to say it in that way. Like, I guess revealing outfits. But like, it didn't really work because I'm not good at drawing that kind of stuff. I've never really done it before. But I wanted to draw it again and see if I can do it better. Not really. This is my receipt. I ordered Vietnamese food. Oh, I remember what this is. This is like a note for myself to make a piece about my GSA in high school. Like, I don't know, I had an interesting experience with a GSA because when I found out I was queer, there was no GSA, even though it was already like 2019 or something. But yeah, my school was very late to get a GSA because we're in a small rural town. So by the time we got one, I was in like grade 11, grade 12, and everyone else was like grade 7, grade 8. So it was never really a space where I felt welcome or where I felt like my ideas and my opinions were being heard, because there's a lot of people who had just discovered they were queer. So, yeah. I'm interested in making a piece about that, but it's just a drawing of me eating a sandwich silently. Oh my goodness, it's a self-portrait. What? That's crazy. I've never done one of those before. Yeah, that's me. Very cute. My hair was kind of wild, but I think I got my likeness down pretty well. My nose is too small, but otherwise, that's me. I see it. Mars, Clara, Indigo, Clara, and Indigo. I was laying on the couch at my aunt's house because I was still house sitting. I drew her fireplace with like this brick wall and this what do you call those things? Like the pot with the hollow center, the vase with the hollow center. That's the dog I was dog sitting. Kind of looks ugly. I think the eyes are weird. That's me. What was I doing here? I had a bag of something. Ooh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, so like, I know this is already long, but I need to talk about this. While I was house sitting, there was this kid next door who kept coming over to look for some ball or something, but he would like come into the house and wander around, and it got to the point where he's coming every day, and he was like going up to my cousin's rooms and going through their drawers and like showing me he found their money stash, and I was like, okay, I'm just ignoring this kid next time he comes over. And the next time he came over, I just laid on the couch completely still because he could see me through the window if I moved. So I just laid there, and he knocked and rang the doorbell and like was looking through the windows and like for like 40 minutes. He was trying to get in for 40 minutes and like rubbing his hands all over the glass and like trying to open the door, and I was like, "Oh my god, what do I do?" But yeah, the dog was freaking out because she freaks out when somebody rings the doorbell. So she was like having a fit. But I just couldn't move, otherwise he would see me and I'd have to let him in. But it was an experience, I thought. I don't know what I thought. I was genuinely upset. More me. I tried to draw myself with gel pens, didn't really work out. So I did it again, but with pencil. And this looks just like me. The nose is a bit short, but like that's what my side profile looks like almost exactly. Yeah, I wasn't drawing too much around this time because it was art fight. It still is art fight, but yeah, I was doing usually a drawing or two a day, but it was just for art fight, so it was on my laptop. This is my cat, Patchy Patch. She was just the one jumping up onto the desk and being kind of loud. More of her, more of her. I love her. Another one of those zines that I stuck in from that project on Kent Monkman. He does really cool art. Look him up. He does like some very classically inspired paintings, but he's an indigenous man and he's queer. I think he's gay, and he has like a drag persona. Mischief Testicle. I love. Oh my gosh, really cool stuff. Then I was thinking of making like a bunch of different personas of like different sides of me. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'll still do that. This I did with more of that fabric that I used to Mod Podge, and I sort of crossed it over and wove it like you would a pie crust. Really fun. I love it. I still love this fabric. I just looked up a random scene online and drew it. There's more of that character. Aw, he's so cute. I thought maybe I'd make his world be like where there's like all the plants are massive, so these are like some of those. I don't know what those plants are called, but they're usually quite small, but in this case I made them like massive trees almost. I made this when I got 400 subs. I never posted it. Yeah, I didn't like it enough. Now I do quite like it, but now it feels too late to post it because I think I have over 450. I don't really know. I haven't looked in a while. This was another idea I had for a piece where, like, I thought maybe I'd get my friends to all dress up in their swimsuits and then come out with me to, like, the middle of the Badlands, and then I'd make them pose so I could take pictures and paint them. But like the idea of someone with like a floaty in their swimsuit out in the middle of the dry, sandy Badlands is so fun to me. And I thought it'd be a fun commentary on like water consumption, drought, because anyone who lives in Alberta knows that lately, like the main city in Alberta, Calgary, had a lot of drought problems, or not drought, it was like a water shortage because of a pipe bursting, but it was still like a whole thing that really started making me think more about water consumption and how frivolously I use water, and how like things like the pools being shut down during one of the hottest times of year made me really realize like we use our water in like very frivolous ways, and when you don't have those frivolous ways you really notice it. But like, I don't know. They didn't really affect me because they were sort of lifting when I got there to house it, but regardless. Me and my friend floated down the river on a floaty. I wore my new swimsuit. Very fun. That was a lot of fun. I loved it. I got sunburnt. I put on sunscreen, but I got sunburnt. Tragic. I did more hand studies. Love these. Love them a lot. I did some more knuckle stylization, and then, oh my goodness, the end of the sketchbook. What? That's crazy. More of my lettering stuff. I finished it July 18th. That's me. What? That's crazy. My hair is finally long enough to pull it back, so that's why it's all like slicked back. But yeah, I love this drawing. I feel like I've been talking so fast near the end of this, but this sketchbook is just really full of stuff to talk about. Like, I think this is probably my favorite sketchbook I've ever done, because there's just like a lot in it. Crazy. Yeah, when you feel it as every page of a sketchbook, there's a lot in it, obviously, but like, I don't know, just like even just stuff to talk about. I feel like this sketchbook for me has been a lot more than just random sketches. It's been a place where I've really explored a new style of like mixed media and experimentation, and even my normal drawings, I really feel like the style in them has changed in a way that is really interesting. And just the subject matter of what I'm drawing, I feel like there's a lot more to talk about. But I think this video has been probably going on for literally forever. Thank you for sticking around for me managing to make this entire sketchbook take like 50 minutes. Only I can yap that much. Yeah, thank you for sticking around if you did. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope my camera wasn't too shaky. Yeah, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. I always love to read the comments, it's a lot of fun. um, I just need to end it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. I want you. Goodbye.